Hi Tracy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very well. It's good to see you again today.
Good to see you too.
And you look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're the lady in red today.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have you seen the movie?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you have to see it.
Yeah.
That movie was filmed in Seattle, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice movie.
Yeah.
You should take a look at that.
I will.
It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Good. Well, let's talk about some of the issues that beset our young people.
Mm.
You know, I'm interested in the issue of youth unemployment.
Mm.
You know, I think this is a big issue.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really is a big issue.
Yeah.
And we certainly want to hear from our young people
Mm.
who are watching
Yes.
what they think about this issue, how this issue affects them,
Mm-hmm.
and we certainly want to hear from them.
Right.
So here is a UN assessment.
Mm-hmm.
UN assessed that youths
Mhm.
account for 60% of Africa's joblessness.
Oh, that's a huge percentage.
I think so.
Yeah.
And to make it matters even worse,
Mm.
the World Bank believes that the rate of unemployment is even higher in some parts of Africa.
Mm.
And this
Mhm.
assessment was done before COVID.
So it might be even, it might have skyrocketed because, I mean, during COVID, a lot of companies shut down.
Right,
And
right.
that means that a lot of people were fired.
Yes,
They were laid off, they had to go back home.
true.
And who's to say how many people had to go back,
True.
went back to the job market?
Absolutely.
Some people may be unemployed still.
Absolutely.
date.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because some companies didn't reopen.
Yeah. Yeah.
They couldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They couldn't have felt gotten back to their feet after this whole experience.
It's a tough time.
Yeah.
It's a tough time
Yeah.
for companies, for people, especially for the young people,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So this situation, Tracy, in my mind, creates all sorts of problems
Yeah.
for young people
Mm.
as well as for society.
Mm.
You know, because the young people are part of society, and if they're having tough time, difficult time, I think society is also having tough time. And you were talking to me about some of the implications of this youth unemployment before.
Yeah, I mean, it brings a lot of problems in it. Let's talk about the most major
Mhm.
problem,
Yeah.
which is financial hardship.
That's
If
a
you're
big
laid,
one.
yeah, I mean, if you're laid off, you don't have a source of income. You
Yes.
struggle to make ends meet. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it just brings you to the next place where it is poverty.
Yes.
If I can't pay my bills, I become even poorer than I was. If I
Mhm.
don't have a source of income,
Mhm.
and the bigger population, let's talk about Kenya, is people who only have one job,
Mhm.
one source of revenue.
Yes.
And if that one source of revenue is taken away,
Yes.
I become poorer.
Mm.
I can't pay my bills. I don't
Mm.
have money to eat.
Mm.
I don't have money for communications.
Yes.
I basically go back steps behind.
Yes.
Yeah, and this will lead me to borrow loans. So
Yes.
let's talk about that.
Yes.
If I'm borrowing one loan and I can't pay it off, and I
Mhm.
don't have a source of income, I
Yes.
borrow another loan to pay back that other loan.
Robbing
basically-
Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Saw
like
that.
a vicious cycle.
It is.
I borrow a loan to pay this other loan,
Yes.
and then I borrow another one. So I'm basically struggling with deadlines.
Yes.
If this one expires tomorrow, I have to borrow another one. It will expire maybe in August, and then I have to borrow another one to pay off that one.
Right.
So you end up struggling the
Right.
whole time.
Mhm.
And if I can't pay that loan, I
Yes.
can't pay for my house, I'll have to move back home.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's housing stress.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, for the young college graduate
Mhm.
who hasn't been able to find a job and they
Yeah.
move back home,
Yeah,
in the US, maybe their parents can support that.
yeah.
But here in Africa, sometimes parents borrow money
Mm.
and communities contribute money
Yeah,
to send one of their own to university with
Mm.
hopes that when they graduate, things will get better.
yeah.
And now they graduate, they're going back to those community for more help.
Yeah.
That creates, in my mind, all kinds of issues, I think.
Yeah, there'll be a household family tension. Everyone is thinking you're going to live a really successful life,
Yeah.
and then you hear coming back home saying,
Yeah.
you know what, things didn't work out. I
Yeah.
have to stay here for a few months
Yeah.
or a few days.
Yeah.
A lot of people say a few days, and then
Right.
they end up staying months, and it's not.
And sometimes years,
In
because you can't
years.
find a job.
Because you can't find a job,
Yeah.
you have to stay at home. You can afford to live outside.
Mhm.
You can only afford to be with your family,
Mhm.
with your mother and your father,
True.
and it brings a lot of tension.
Yeah.
And then people also break up because
Yeah.
of these things.
Yeah.
Because men, especially men, they really struggle because they're expected to provide financial security. Now, if you can't take care of yourself and you want to build a family with another person, that lady will be like, you know what, you can't even take care of yourself. I have to
Absolutely.
go.
How can you do that?
Yeah, the best thing I can do in this situation is to move.
Yeah.
And
move
to
on.
just move on and to
Yeah.
let things go. And you know,
Yeah.
that brings a lot of stress for that person because you had high hopes.
Yeah.
I'll have this beautiful
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
I'll have a car,
Yeah.
mansion, all these
Yeah.
dreams that everyone has.
Yeah.
And it dies down, and you know, that really affects your health.
It does.
You have
It
mental
does big
issues.
time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Big
Because
time.
Your self-esteem, your self-concept,
Yeah.
everything changes. Your esteem goes down.
Yeah.
You think you're not worthy because you
Absolutely.
feel like everything that's happening to you is because you did something, and really
Right.
it's not that.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
And then you'll be feeling shame,
Yeah.
stigma.
Yeah. That's,
Your friends have their own houses, you don't have
You don't
one.
have
You're still
anything.
living at home.
yeah. Yeah.
You'll tend to now kind of sideline yourself,
I agree.
alienate yourself.
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
agree. And I have a question though, Tracy. You talked about these lines of credit, that
Yeah.
you could get lines of credit from here to pay back loans over there.
Yeah,
Do young people have access to these lines of credit?
yeah.
Or
I
is
mean,
it-
yeah,
is it-
yeah,
They
yeah,
do?
yeah. Because
Okay.
if I have Safaricom
Mhm.
line,
Okay,
I can access M-Shwari.
okay,
But if I borrow that M-Shwari, it's a short-term loan. If I
Okay.
borrow it and I can't pay it back, I'll go look for this different. They created online finance sources
Okay.
like Tala,
okay,
M-Copper. There are
Okay.
different kinds of sources,
okay.
but they are short-term loans. If I
Okay.
can pay it back, you'll go and borrow from another place, Tala.
Okay.
I'll go and borrow somewhere else.
Mhm.
So basically, you're still borrowing,
Right, right.
and you know, if you default it, they follow you up, they go through your contact list.
Yeah.
They call your friends
Mhm.
to embarrass you so that you can pay back. It's been a huge problem here in Kenya.
Sorry about that.
People were actually complaining because they were saying
Yeah.
they're being harassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a lot of people defaulted this short-term loans.
Yeah. Okay. Are the terms of these short-term loans fair?
No, they're not.
Right. So you see, it's kind of predatory lending practices.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and so to subject our young people to these practices
Mhm.
where we are exploiting them and taking away, to begin with, they don't have a lot to begin with.
Yes.
But now we're giving them these loans that make it almost impossible for them to move forward.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not right.
Yeah.
That's not a solution. I think we need different solutions.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you for enlightening me on that.
Yeah.
You know, because these are issues that are closer to people in your age category.
Yeah. it
Some of
is.
your friends that graduated with you,
Mm.
so some of them probably in this same situation today.
Yeah, I do have not one friend,
Mhm.
a bunch of friends who have gone back. They've had to go back and stay with their parents because they can't find a job.
Mm.
And you know, it really becomes awkward. Like I
Yeah.
said, from
Right.
family tension, people just think you're just there in the house. When they're in the house during the day, they say you need to look for a job. And when you
Right.
come in late, it's an issue. It
Yeah.
becomes a lot of drama.
True.
And I mean, let's just be honest. If you don't have a job, you become very bored.
And people, you know, people have a natural tendency to respect you more if you have job and if you have some money and if you
you're
are
looking
independent.
busy. Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
looking busy, everyone thinks you're doing very well.
Yeah.
And it's true, you do
Yeah.
well.
Absolutely.
If you're bored
Absolutely.
and you're at home and there's nothing going on with your life, you just
Nobody
look
cares
like you're
about
not
you.
serious.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And people think you're the problem.
Yeah.
And then again, it does become a problem because if I'm bored and there's nothing going on, I'm idle. And you know what they say, an idle
Yes.
mind is a devil's workshop.
It's the devil's
This is-
workshop.
Yeah, this
It's
is-
the
this
devil's
is-
workshop. Yeah.
This is why you start seeing all this crime rates going skyrocketing.
Yeah.
What's happening?
People are desperate. They have
Yeah.
to survive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have bills to pay. I'm thinking, what can I do? Why don't I just pretend I'm going to work
Yeah.
somewhere and then steal their computer?
Right.
If they don't notice, or they're like, you know what,
Right.
this person was desperate, let me just forgive them.
Yeah.
You're encouraging bad behavior.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's how
Absolutely.
crime starts.
Yeah.
One small thing. Today I take a pen, no one notices. Tomorrow
Right.
I take a laptop,
Yeah.
no one notices.
Right.
Tomorrow I take an even a more expensive thing, or
Right.
I rob a bank, I'm not caught. I
Yeah.
continue doing that.
Right.
It just becomes a really huge problem.
And when that person gets caught, when a young person gets caught, that becomes part of their reputation.
Yeah, they'll say
And
they use
so it's
the
a
problem.
lose-lose situation.
Yeah,
We put them in a bad position because society hasn't made adequate plans to
Mm.
help them.
mm.
And then when you do these things, it becomes a reputation, and so everybody knows now they're thieves. Nobody will give them opportunity.
Yeah.
If there was, yeah. So
Yeah.
no, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
So Jones, you mentioned before that you've traveled a lot.
A little bit.
A little bit. 50 countries is not a little
So
bit.
I've traveled a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So tell me, what has been your experience in other countries, African
Well,
countries?
you know, I can tell you something about Africa here. My last place before I came to Kenya,
Yeah.
I was in Ethiopia.
Oh.
I taught at the university there between 2017 and 2019.
Okay.
And I left there when coronavirus broke out.
Mm.
And I saw firsthand how these issues of unemployment among young people,
Mm.
how that plays out, especially for college graduates.
Yeah.
Because we graduate students
Mm.
every year,
Yes.
you know. These students, they work hard. When they come into these universities and the odds are against them,
Mm.
but they push through.
Yeah.
You know, they do everything we require of them. They do their homework, they do the assignment, they write the papers, they defend their thesis. All of that,
Yeah.
they do really well,
Yeah.
you know. And Tracy, I have got to tell you, I hear a lot of people complain about young people.
Mm.
And some of the complaint may be understandable,
Yeah.
but I don't think they give young people enough credit
Yeah.
for their resilience and for their determination.
Mm.
You know, at the university, I saw a lot of them. They did not have all the support they needed,
Mhm.
but I saw them every single day trying to make it happen.
Mm.
They have my respect. Young people have my respect.
Yeah.
But to answer the question you asked me, so we graduate these young people,
Mhm.
and many of them celebrate for like a week, and now they gotta go look for a job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then they wander, as you said, tarmacking,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
From office to office, from even when companies and government establishment advertise for position,
Mm.
they still don't give it to these young people.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself the question, and I'm asking those who reach out to me the question, why are you not giving the position to the young people?
Yeah.
Give our young people need the opportunity.
Yeah.
Give the doggone opportunity to them.
Mm.
But for whatever reason, and that's something we have to change as a society.
Yeah.
African society have to trust their young people more, and they
Mm.
have to give more opportunities to them. I
Yeah.
think this is important.
Yeah.
But I have seen that play out among college graduates in Ethiopia.
Mm.
Is it the same thing here pretty much?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
think-
for us to get a term for it, tarmacking,
Yeah, absolutely.
it must be a big issue, because even in the minds of people
Right.
who go to the university,
True.
in colleges,
Yeah.
they know when they graduate,
Yeah.
they will have to tarmac to find a job.
Mm.
They go from office to office, interview after interview after interview. They
Yeah.
tell you, you know what, you're doing good, we like what you see, but we're going to give you a call.
Mm.
But they'll never give you a call.
Okay.
They,
The last time we talked about the hiring official that
Mm.
asked one of the graduates for
Mm.
500,000.
yes.
So when they say, okay, we like what we see, is that passive aggressive because they want you to give something?
Yeah.
Is that
They
what
want you
they-
to push. So when you push, they'll be like, you know, maybe you can soften some palms.
Mm.
And that's how they ask for a bribe.
Scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Give
Yeah.
me something and then you can get this job. And it's really sad because it's almost everywhere.
Yeah.
You want to get some government paperwork, you
Right.
have to pay someone.
Yeah.
If you want to get a job, you have to pay someone. And we're young people, where do we get this money from?
Right. You just graduated from university, you have no money, you're trying to look for a job.
Yeah,
And the people that are supposed to help you are asking you to give them money.
someone who's being salaried
Yeah.
is asking money from someone who has never worked a day in their life.
Yeah. That's
Even-
unfair.
Even the money they were paying the school is
Yeah.
not theirs. Their parents had to pay for it.
Sometimes the community contribute to
Yeah.
make that happen.
Or even they borrowed a loan from the government called
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
And now they have to look for a job to pay back that help.
Right.
They have to make ends meet.
Right.
And it's really
Yeah.
trying to push the young people to,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
they're struggling, and
Yeah.
their struggle is
Yeah,
not
there's-
even necessary.
That's unfortunate. That's
Yeah.
really unfortunate, Tracy.
Yeah.